Stream Elements says Fritosport is now live. Streaming games plus demos, Fritosport Racing Team.
Connected. Ferrari 296 Challenge. Gesamtstrecke 24H. Scales were reset. Disconnected. Overall 30. Detail 100.
Welcome. We are trying to do VR testing at the moment. We're going to be jumping into the Ferrari 296 challenge for the first time, and we're trying to use VR again. However, we will not be using VR during the Futures 24 because we want to make sure we have a reliable experience for ourselves and for the team. We're going to be driving P2 with David Bernard, Kevin Mills, Neil McDougall, Matthew December, and myself. And we're hoping that things will go well and have a reliable race and a good race and have a good result to the end. So that's why we will be on triples. We have no control with VR, so right now we're just going to jump in.
Connected. Ferrari 296 Challenge. Gesamtstrecke 24H. Scales were reset.
should be good. Ooh. Up there, and I know we're gonna have to do other changes as well. Where are we? Okay, so if we can get things working properly now. There's not much time in the session here, but we do want to try to get around the track and get things going. We do have to set the sound to Oculus to make sure things will work. Obviously, we're going to have to move around some of the boxes. So let's take care of that as well. We jump into the car. Yeah, we're going to have to move some of the black boxes around for sure. Let's put this up here. Put that there. And telemetry as well. I guess that's gonna have to work for now. We do want to disable the virtual mirror. We don't run it in VR. So let's go ahead and take care of that. That would be in graphics, I'm assuming. Oh shit, it totally fucked everything. You know what, I guess we'll try it like this. We'll see what happens. No virtual mirror for us. I think that's what we're gonna go with. I think we're ready to go. Let's see what happens here. Hopefully everything looks fine there. Okay, and you know what? Let's make sure that Twitch. Should be good and ready to go now. Here we go. Looks like the stream looks okay. This is going to be a Ferrari 296 challenge race at the Nordschleife. See what kind of frame rate we get. Timing. Relative.
Profile default set.
Let's see what we like here. Not much time left in practice. We're going to go to qualify, and then we go to the race. Not sure if anybody will be able to. Not sure if anybody will be able to get much time in anyway.
Checkered flag.
Didn't even check what setup we're on. Damn. Low and
Furled black flag.
Car is quick. Maybe it was just a cold tire issue, I'm not sure. But sure, it's a lot of fun. We're hanging at 72 frames, that's good. Definitely has more power than the GT3s, of course. This thing has 700 horsepower. Good luck to all the guys racing in road and plate. I just had work and then stuff to do after work around the house and couldn't really get in there. So we figured we would test VR. We got it working again. So checkered flag, I'm sure it's gonna time will run out and put us in qualifying. Holy shit. It went up in the sky. That was insane. You can't stay flat out back there. That was just wild, man. I didn't expect to see the sky at that angle. 7 gears. Holy cow. These things are wild, man. It's like a GT2 machine or something. I don't know. Maybe even consider it GT1. This is pretty wild. Got some power to it, that's for sure.
Madstop 1983 says back on VR, PC holding up well?
Yes, sir. Yeah, I had to play with the ports on the motherboard. It has 2 USB-C ports, and basically I read through some troubleshooting and on the forums, the Quest forums, and they basically said, you know, try a different port and then also reboot the headset. So I rebooted the headset. There were some updates to ran them, but then it was solid. It sees it as a USB 3 connection, which it is, and yeah, we're back in VR right now. I probably won't be running VR at 24 Hours of Le Mans, just so I can have a stable, reliable connection through the whole race, you know, because it's a team event, and I don't mind if something happens with me. Like when we go back to AMS, I would likely be on VR again. But for endurance races, you know, it's not so bad running on triples or an ultra wide or something, you know. But for this, man, I mean, when I'm driving myself and I don't have to do driver changes or drive for longer than like 2 hours, 3 hours, I don't mind doing VR. Like if we did the Watkins Glen 6 hour, that'd be perfect race for VR. But yeah, I'm having the time of my life, man. I love VR because you really feel like you're in the car, you know, you feel like you're there. So it's pretty awesome. It's pretty amazing. You can look around and you feel like you're there. I take the virtual mirror off. I try to make it as realistic as possible. And yeah, man, it's a lot of fun. So I love this car, man. The Ferrari 296 Challenge. It's wild. 700 horsepower. To drive this thing in VR, it's pretty wild. The thing almost got airborne at Fluke Plus. So let's see how it goes here. Right now we're running at the resolution a little low and 72 frames per second. Because, you know, it's the Nordschleife and there's like 20 cars on the grid, so I want to see how low it drops, how it performs. But I mean, the car is good. Everything's been good so far. We're going to be going to qualifying here in a second, and then we have a 3-lap race. Let's see if we can catch Steve Myers up there. This is adaptive AI right now. Ooh, a little wide, got the off track. I don't think anybody will even be able to set a qualifying time, honestly, because we're basically going to be going to well, I think there's like a 10-minute qualifier, but we have to do an outlap, you know, so not going to make it. But the main thing, I'm using this session to test VR and also test this car out. Now think the other guys are running road and plate, but I had work and then had to come home and do more work here at the house. So, you know, just mowing the lawn and spraying weeds out there that are starting to grow like crazy. Let's see if we can put some pressure on this AI. This is adaptive AI, so we make mistakes, they'll kind of adjust and kind of make some mistakes themselves. Jeez, man, this car's crazy. These cars are fast. It's definitely deceiving, you know, because you look at it and you feel like it's a GT3 Ferrari 296, but definitely doesn't drive like it. The 700 horsepower, man, it's wild. Wow, there's a group of 3 cars up there. Whoa. Touched them. I don't have wipers set.
Estamos chequeando. Las condiciones climáticas no van a cambiar.
Yeah, Freddie, I think you'll love
Far
VR,
left.
man. We're in
Far
7th
left.
gear right now. Honestly,
Far
I
left.
like this quality is pretty
Clear.
good, you know. I usually wear glasses, but I'll say, man, I mean, the quality of these pancake lenses, it's pretty unbelievable compared to, like, I had Oculus Quest, or not Oculus Quest, but the Oculus Rift CV1, you know, and that had such a bad screen door effect. I was blown away going to a Quest 2 and then a Quest 3. The Quest 3 really has these nice lenses. Alright, we're going to go to qualifying now. Like I said, qualifying is short, and then we go to the grid for the race.
Con esto damos por finalizada esta
Timing. Let's see if we can mess with these two up here. I love that you can look around corners. It's pretty damn good, man. Nice, we're going a little faster now. Tires are warm. I like being able to look at the rear view screen here. Like I said, I don't like to use the virtual mirror when I'm in VR. I like to use the actual mirrors that the car, whatever car it has, comes with. Oh man, did it again.
Nutstop
black
1983
flag.
says hoping my GPU will handle it. Keep
I'm
looking
sure it
at
will, man.
5070 Ti, but 900 is a lot.
Yeah, I think a 5070 would be great. Like I said, I'm on a 3080 and an i9 CPU, 32 gigs of RAM, and then I forget what RAM the GPU has. It's not that much, but yeah, let's take a look at that car a little closer up. Okay, I guess we'll be going to the grid now. Qualifying is set. Qualifying is actually 10 minutes, so do we have a setup for the Nordschleife? Well, it's a Ringmeister, so let's take that. All right, so let's see what 13.2 gallons gets us. Fuel. Relative. Yeah, man, this thing takes off like a rocket. I was pretty surprised. Yeah, like I said, you can't expect to run VR in ultra high settings because it's just not possible yet. You know, you can have kick-ass PC with all the latest components and it's still just, it won't work. I think iRacing is just not optimized to take advantage of all of the hardware yet. And same with the headset. These things are mostly meant to be worn for standing up and not long hours of sim racing, right? So I wish they had a version that was always hardwired and you don't have to worry about battery issues or weird things like I was seeing before. But aside from that, I mean, it's a great experience. I'll put up with a little bit of fiddling here and there. Come on, cold tires.
Furled black flag.
But yeah, I think it's worth it, man. And I think that you just gotta know what settings to have, and I can send you my settings that I'm using right now. And I'm pretty happy with this, you know. The quality, the visual quality is not bad. I know there are people that go from monitors and they expect to get that same quality in a VR headset, and it's just not gonna happen. But the immersion that you get out of it for a little less visual quality, to me, is worth it. So let's see, let's go attack here. But yeah, let me know. Like, I sent all of my info to Dan Klar yesterday, or I sent it to him a while ago because he got a headset as well. And yeah, the video that I shared earlier and some of the screenshots for the settings, the graphical settings in iRacing and also in the Quest, it works. I mean, that's what I'm running on right now, and I'm pretty happy with it. Whoa. Forgot about the front end coming up there.
Mattstop1983 says we'll hit you up for settings when I end up getting one.
Yeah, no problem. Happy to share, man. And flight sims are pretty fun too in VR. Rally titles, rallying is so fun in VR. I'm literally slow if I rally on monitors. I do much better in a VR headset in rally stages. The off-road trucks are a blast in VR as well. Whoa. Gotta remember there's still an outlap, but we definitely gotta be careful with this car. It really has a lot of power. Like I said, it's deceiving. You feel like you're in a GT3 car, right? The Ferrari 296, but you're really not. So, and it has so much power that can get you in trouble real fast. You feel the rear just want to get moving. It's a good car. I really enjoy it. Pretty neat to be able to look around and see everything inside the car. And I know Chuck and I were planning to play some Contractors, which is like a first-person shooter in VR. There's also golfing games that are kind of fun. Hang out with friends. We've had team meetings before playing golf. I love this part about VR. Being able to look through the side window through the carousel. interested to see how this is going to go with the other 296 challenge cars on track. I don't remember if we have damage or not. Ooh, front end lifts up there too. Okay, we should be starting green flag lap here on this one. Oh shit. Alright, little off track. Doesn't hurt until we cross the line. If we get off track after that, we're kind of screwed. We throw away the whole lap, then we'll probably just advance to the race. But yeah, see, that's kind of what you're going to see. 72 frames is what it's locked in at right now. Okay, we go to first or seventh gear. Let's see what kind of speeds we hit on the straight here. We're doing 180 miles per hour right now. You can see the oil, water. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Before, if I was on the Rift CV1, you know, with the screen door effect, you really wouldn't be able to make out some of the numbers on the dash. All right, green flag, green flag. Relative. Relative. You gotta watch out for those S's that are after this hairpin. Didn't want to push out wide there. Okay, a lot of caution there. Didn't want to blow it again.
Checkered flag.
Timing. Relative. A little bit too much understeer through the chicane. Oof, thought that was going to be an off track. You know, and big thanks to the team. A lot of those guys are responsible for me even having Quest 3, so I really appreciate it. Alright, let's see what we can do on this lap. It should let us finish this lap since we started before the checkered flag came out. Still trying to figure out exactly what gear we need for some of the trickier corners. Man, it really is working my arms. just hanging onto the wheel. You feel tense in hands too, you know, especially at this track. I need to be a little smoother and not grip the wheel as hard, but it feels like you touch a bump and it just wants to knock the wheel out of your hands. You know, open wheel cars too, those are a lot of fun in VR, man. Traction control's kicking on. I am interested in what the time difference is between the GT3 cars and the GT Challenge car. This Ferrari, you know. Man, ABS was kicking on pretty hard there. I was understeering into the corner for sure. Fuel. Relative. Maybe we'll have to host a fun race with these at either Spa or Watkins Glen, unless you guys have other suggestions, you know. I think a nice big long track would be good for these. I know it doesn't have to be Nordschleife, but like Road America, Spa, you know, VIR. Man, this section's tough. Man, understeered right through that one. Let's see if we can pick up time. The braking is for sure tricky once we get down to the bottom. You know, when you get to the end of the straightaway and you have those twisty turns before you get back onto the GP layout. Let's see what kind of lap time this thing runs. It's not going to be under 8 minutes. I wish it was, but we were too slow with it. It's going to be over 8 minutes. Timing.
Sangre a cuadros.
8:20.1. Yeah, it's a fun car. It's pretty damn wild, I'll tell you that. Alright, let's set this on TV1. I guess we'll do TV1. So the fuel, I'm sure it'll get us there. Do we want to do a little bit more? I guess. It's a pretty wild car. Can we even? I guess I mean it's a cup car, right? So there's not much that we can change. So I'm guessing we can't really change brake pads. So okay. 2 minutes left. We're just gonna do some control things here. What else did we need to change? Don't think there's much that we needed to change. Everything should be pretty good. Oh, traction control, I guess. Fuck. Okay. I think everything else is set. We don't really need to mess with anything else. Good deal. So let's
One
go
lap
the
to
grid.
green.
Here we go.
Verde en un giro.
Get ready.
Por
Everything's
la
looking good. All
izquierda.
right. Here we go. Here we
Listo.
go.
Todos los competidores en sus marcas. Box cerrado.
Let's see how the frame rate drops. So I guess we qualified P1. Relative. Oh, no, we didn't. We are P2. So Alexander's got me. He's in the RC Competition Ferrari. Trying to scrub the tires a little bit. Okay, brakes are not making noise, so I'm guessing they're warmed up. But yeah, we have 20 cars out here, 3 laps. So it should be done in about 24 minutes if everything goes okay. Hopefully we don't wreck it. Oh wow, so I could shift with the sequential I have here. But yeah, this thing uses paddle shifters, so that's what we'll use. Well, I hope everybody that drives this car enjoys it. You feel the raw power from it. It has good downforce. It has the kind of power that a race car driver really wants, you know, the kind of power that it's on demand. It can scare you if you don't treat it right, but it will deliver a great experience if you know what you're doing and you know how to balance the car with the brakes, the trail braking, the throttle.
Vamos.
Okay, let's get ready. Not sure when he's gonna go.
Se va el auto de seguridad.
Shit, he took off fast, man. Now we got
Green
P3.
flag.
Bandera verde.
Go, go, go.
Box abierto. Líder de competencia delante tuyo.
Slight touch. Fuck me. I got too throttle happy. So let's come from behind and see if we can even catch these guys now. I got too excited there. We qualified P2. I was hoping I could get the power down, but 700 horsepower on cold tires just not going to do it. Understeer still. Those cold fronts are not helping. All the power, you get on the power hard, and then the weight just shifts to the back, and the front tires get light. ABS kicking on a little bit there. Alright, come on. We can't let the whole pack get away from us. Sliding into the corner there in the Nordschleife. We have 3 off tracks, a little bit of damage. Well, that little bump was a 0x, and then we got the 2x for the spin, and we got an off track just now. Okay, let's work on catching this pack. Let's live a little dangerously. Okay, we're starting to catch up to them. Slowly but surely we'll get there. Just gotta be smart.
Restreambot says you too, Alex Velasco Ferrari Challenger.
Yes, sir. First time trying it. Yep, just wanted to test it out. I wanted to make sure VR works. How you doing, Alex? Dude, this car's fun, man. 7 gears, 700 horsepower. It's pretty wild. I had a spin. I qualified second, and then I had a spin in the GP layout, trying to catch P1 and on cold tires. So cold tires, 700 horsepower didn't really work out too well for me. The wing is at 0. So we're going to try to see what we can do. We have 3 laps total to try to get through the pack.
Restreambot says you too, Alex Velasco looks like a handful.
Oh, dude, it is. My arms and hands, I got to remind myself to not grip so tightly, but it feels like it wants to just rip the wheel away from you when you touch a bump or anything. And you feel those tires really want to light up if you're not careful.
Restreambot says you too, Alex Velasco wing at 0 is crazy.
You gotta try it. I was surprised. I mean, it's pretty good. But yeah, it has gotten away from me a couple times. I'd really want to catch these guys, though. See if we can work through traffic, man. Of course, passing is going to be really tough. Dude, it's crazy. If you start just trying to throttle down where you would with the GT3, and sometimes the front end will push. Whoa, dude. Sometimes the front end will push because the rear is getting all that balance shift so quickly. The front end gets light. Yeah, you can't just hammer down through there. I mean, it has a bigger wing, has some good grip, but it's not enough. Maybe I just can't believe I blew it though, being in P2 and now I dropped to P20.
Restreambot says YouTube, Alex Velasco, I did some GT3 testing in the Porsche and can tell they changed the tires.
Oh man, yeah, I haven't driven the GT3s yet with the new tire.
Restreambot
what do you
says
think about it?
YouTube, Alex Velasco need to get more practice in that car now.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely got to try the GT3. I know, I heard people in the Mustang were struggling. But what did you think about the Porsche with the new tire? Because that's another car I've been wanting to drive. I feel like we've neglected the Lambo and the Porsche for endurance events. It'd be fun to drive those two. But Chuck said he liked those cars, or at least the Lambo. Matthew, I think, is going to test the Porsche. Did you notice that does it take longer for the tire to warm up, or does it fall off, or what kind of things does it do that you noticed?
Crash protection on.
Restreambot says
Crash
YouTube,
protection off.
Alex Velasco Porsche might be slightly nerfed slightly because of the tire change.
I see. So it'd be a little trickier. I wonder if the setup would balance things out. Well, we got damage, guys. It's not looking as good as I thought it would. How do I not have a meatball?
Restreambot says YouTube, Alex Velasco, I need more time in the car. It's weird the tires are there until it isn't.
Oh, really? So all of a sudden it just goes off? Alright, we're gonna have to pull it over here by the medical staff. Okay, let's give that one more go, and then we're gonna have to step away.
1 lap to green.
So here we go, guys. Final attempt. Well, the second attempt, but I don't have too much time tonight, so let's not mess this one up at the start. Got to remember cold tires. But yeah, so the GT3
Restreambot
tire.
says YouTube, Alex Velasco, that car is done.
Yeah, dude. I don't know why it didn't give me a meatball. There was no way I was going to steer that car back to pit lane. Relative.
Get ready.
Yeah, I definitely got to try it.
Restreambot says YouTube, Alex Velasco gonna get going, let's do some endurance races soon.
Yeah, let's do it. I mean, we're doing, after the Majors 24, I definitely think that we should try to hit those 3-hour races on the weekends. I know David Bernard wants to. It'd be definitely fun to pair up for those, and then we got to look at, I know the guys are planning on Spa.
Restreambot says YouTube, Alex Velasco LMK if you want help with Ken.
Yeah, I think you and I should talk, and then we'll reach out to Ken, so that way we can kind of get
Restreambot
things sorted,
says
you know?
YouTube, Alex Velasco, I'll be on Discord messages.
Sounds good, buddy. Thanks for stopping by. I really appreciate it. Yeah, I think we really need to put that event on, so take care. All right, let's get this going. Let's not mess up this time. We gotta kind of reel back the aggression. I was getting a little too antsy being behind the other Ferrari there, and I just wound up touching him, and it unsettled the car, and it really sent me for a ride. It was fun until it wasn't, you know? So we have damage. We're going to have to be extra careful. The car's not going to repair itself on the go. Should be a fun TV replay to watch, though. These things are pretty wild, man. They can go airborne. I wish we also would have gotten the Lamborghini Super Trofeo car into iRacing. That would have been nice. We did run in a league for a while where it was the Lambo GT3, and that was basically used as a Super Trofeo series. So we got to be mindful. Alexander's going to go pretty quickly here on the start.
Barney tiene la verde en mano. Se va a box el pescar.
Green flag.
Vale, la verde.
Go, go, go.
Está habilitado. Líder de competencia delante tuyo.
A little wide. Don't want to spin. Cold tires. I also heard the Lotus 79 has rain tires now, so that should be a good bit of fun. Okay, Saunders, we're here to battle.
Car right.
Derecha.
Clear.
Libre la derecha.
Now I wonder if we should lift a little bit. Let them come back up to us. Don't want it to get too boring. So we'll let some of them go by.
Car left. Clear.
Libre.
Come on, let's go get them. Those guys were on me, but now they're falling back. I'm sure they'll catch up again though. No. Oh no, how bad is this? I was not expecting that. Damn it. Relative. Well, I don't think we're gonna do well now. You really want the car to have a good alignment, and the alignment is a little off now. I tried to soften the blow as much as I could, but the car just did not want to get through there. Relative. Gonna try to focus and see what we can do with a damaged car, see if we can adapt to it.
Car left.
Well, we'll see.
Car
the
left.
aero damage probably not going to help me any.
Car left. Car left. Clear.
Wow, we actually cleared him. Well, we're going to keep driving the damaged car then, I guess. You can see the wheel's a little off. I mean, the hit was not as bad, but you know. Yeah, right-hand corners are a bit tough. Traction controls kicks on, and I think, yeah, with the bent suspension, it's binding up a little bit. I'm expecting the car to be a bit more of a handful now, too. but we need to create a gap. Yeah, he caught right back up. Damn. So one little mistake or ill handling car, it's not going to be very helpful to creating a gap. He's right on me now, so yeah, this car is going to be tough to lose. We have that damage that we're having to trail brake more and give a little more steering input. But let's try to get away. We're going to try to build a gap where we can. He's staying on me though. He's in the draft. Trying to get a feel for what we're doing here. This is lap 2 of 3. They are right on me now. So they're probably going to get better as the race goes. And I'm just going to have to try to hang on and nurse these tires. Yeah, it's definitely tougher there. A little more understeer. I don't remember, is it hit, miss, hit, or miss, hit, miss? I feel like I always miss, miss, miss. Relative. Zero wing might be the only thing helping me out right now. And that was the corner, I think, where we ended up putting doing our own alignment. Not doing a good job with it. Oh, okay. Come on, give me more of a gap. Scary moment there. Shit, he's on me. Yeah, big thanks to everybody, all the guys on the team, and helped me have VR, you know, at this level. So grateful, you know, and thanks to everybody that is part of the team that contributes any way they can to help each other. So one of the things that makes this really enjoyable, you know, having a team where everybody's working together, using their strengths to help one another. Yeah, you really fight the wheel turning right. You can feel A-arms, LCAs are bent. Possibly sway bar too if it's in there, you know. Man, I feel like I'm the bottleneck. Which I am. They are right on me. So they are adapting for sure. Come on, come on, come on, let's go. They're gonna use the draft, I know they are. And I have damage to my front end. So this is gonna get really tricky. I really don't want to give up the spot and have to fight again on the final lap. This is lap 2 of 3. They are gonna try it, aren't they? Trying to make the car as wide as I can.
White flag, last lap.
They are coming. They close in on those right-handers, man, because I just can't hold the car. The bent steering rack is not really doing much for me right now. All the components, anyway. Got to make the car as wide as possible. Not block, but wide. There is a difference, right? Come on, get me away from them.
una vuelta más de combustible tiene el auto.
Jesus, he's on my ass. Damn it. He really caught me in that corner.
Watch for debris.
This is getting really difficult now. Because I'm sure they're going to send it at the Diltinger hole. I guess with this car, you have to be mindful of your braking points. You have to be more mindful of applying the throttle, trail braking to keep the car balanced on all four. Use the ABS when it kicks on. Use it as a signal. When you feel it, modulate the brake. Keep balancing the car over all four corners. Whoops, too much curve there. Didn't get on the throttle as quickly as I wanted to because of the coming off of the curve, you know. Car was not steady planted. Just a line of them. Let's see if we can hang on. They are right on me, so they're going to use a draft to have the damage, so they might just get by me. Relative. Come on, let's go. He's gonna get around me. I have a bad feeling he's gonna get around me. I'm trying to make the car wide, you know. If he's gonna pick a lane, it's gonna be something where he's gonna have to just be an inch from either side. I'm not putting it right in the middle, but I'm not putting it all the way to one side either. Let's hang on.
Checkered flag.
We never celebrate too early, but I think we did it.
El talento es una cualidad poco común. Si todos fuéramos talentosos, nadie lo sería.
All right, that was good fun. And that's 296 challenge. All right, we're gonna get out of here, but we're gonna put the TV replay up. I think this car is great. Give it a try. Ringmeister setup. It was perfect. I added just one click of fuel to it, just in case. But it was great. Really enjoyable car. Get out there and give it a shot. We'll be right back.
Disconnected. Overall 30. Detail 100. Connected. Ferrari 296 challenge. Gesamtstrecke 24H. Overall 30. Detail 100. Disconnected. Overall 30. Detail 100. Connected. Ferrari 296 challenge. Gesamtstrecke 24H. Overall 30. Detail 100. Crash protection on. Crash protection off. 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 Crash protection on. Crash protection off.